Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome to 99 Chapter 3. Didn't say welcome back there because technically this is a new game. So yeah, I came back from the gym maybe about an hour and 30 minutes ago. I was eating some broccoli, lots of, what do you call it, like stir-fried broccoli and chicken. That's like my snack before I eat later on. I'm probably gonna eat after I'm finished recording this episode right here. But yeah, the gym has been going great. My body has been going great. I feel very light. Even though I just reduced my weight by about 1 kilo, to some people that might not be significant, but even a kilo, I already noticed there's just like a lighter spring in my step. Is that the word I'm looking for? Is that the sentence I'm trying to look for? But yeah, I really feel that 1 kilo is actually a huge difference in terms of just how my body is more efficient and more just overall lighter in general. But okay, enough about that. Let's actually talk about the last episode recap. So in the last episode, we finished off 99 Chapter 2. I got the finale for Chapter 2 for Sora along with the bad ending. I thought that the bad ending was gonna give us something new, but no. It just gave us like a really sad H scene and Sora disappearing. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna make a brief recap about what the hell happened on Chapter 2, in case you guys just want to skip to Chapter 3 here for some weird reason. So, we got together, or not really got together, we are a lot closer with Sora. Sora's powers are going out of control. We found out that there's this group called Rigveda, which is the group Haruka is a part of, which has the commander and also Ghost. Ghost was going around killing people because we assume that she has the power of the evil eye. And after we were dicking around, yeah, that's legit what happened. We were dicking around and Ghost found us at night. And we almost died, but Sophie and Sora saved us. Sora was using like all of her powers and that made her her powers kind of run amok. She was also trying to make Ghosts like not exist anymore, so that's why her powers were going haywire a bit more and more. A bit more and more? Is that even a word? Like it's going haywire even more than usual. There we go. So that was like the main thing that happened, right? Sora wasn't able to use her powers, so it run amok. And yeah, she wants to have sex with us because turns out she was hiding the fact that she likes us or loves us more than family. I truly feel that Sora was not really in love with Kakeru. If you guys watch my video on it, I reason out the reason why Sora thinks that she's in love, but I do think it's still familial love. But yeah, if you guys want to see my reasoning on that, just take a look at the video. I'm just recapping here, so I'm just gonna do a very short recap. So Kakeru got mad at her, because she was gonna disappear, but she wants to at least have sex so that's gonna be her last memory before she disappears. And lo and behold, she did not disappear, and she was her contract with the artifact was gone because of this medicine that Sophie gave to her. And during that time, we were going to try to kill Ghost, right? Because she was a very dangerous person. And we fought Ghost. We did not win. Haruka came to the rescue, and then we actually cornered her enough that she technically killed herself. And then Takamine came, Reina, the commander, and he was also using the evil eye, the power of the evil eye. And at the end, everyone came to save us. Sora, Sophie, And then Kujo, along with Noah, everyone came to the rescue. And yeah, I assume that is going to be where the game left off, or the game is going to continue on in this new chapter. Because after that, it literally was just Sora trying to get closer to us, and we actually reciprocate her feelings, right? And I don't think that's going to happen in this game. But I don't know what this game is gonna be about. I assume that's where we're gonna leave off or start off. But we'll see. So yeah, the main thing that happened in chapter 2 is we found Rigveda, and then we destroyed the group, and Haruka joined our team. And then lastly, Yoichi is someone sketchy. That's about it. And he might or might not know Sophia. We'll see. Turn on protagonist voice? Yes, we will. So 426. This is a lot earlier than I thought it would be. This is before the confrontation with Rigveda, like at all. What the hell? So this is before Kakeru even got told by Sophie that we were going to get a second victim. Huh. This is very interesting. What? You know, after playing like 2 games of 9-9, I still have no idea what the hell they're trying to show us. They're trying to show us that Sephiroth, the group that Sophie's a part of, is having a battle with the more radical part of Sephiroth. But I don't know what the hell they're trying to, you know, what's their end game? Like, I get it, we're trying to get rid of all the artifacts and make everyone, you know, return the world to the way it was, but is that really gonna be what's happening at the end? I don't know. Scarcely half a month has passed since the new term began, and I became a second year. The dialogue is a bit slow there. I thought that I changed this, the setting on this. I guess I didn't. Voice cut on click is a turn off, no thank you. HC and yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, everything seems to be good. So Renya and Ghost are still alive in this one. I'm gonna just make a precautionary save there. And yet this has been perhaps the most eventful 15 days of my entire life. It all started at the festival. So he's gonna recap what happened at the festival again. A while back, there was this anime called Mobius Ring, the cycle of reincarnation. The town I live in, Shiromitsugawa, helped sponsor it as a way of promoting tourism to the area. The show had some convoluted plot based off of local folklore. It left a big impression on a small group of dedicated fans. But most people regard it as one of those oddball shows that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm gonna try to talk as fast as possible here because this is probably going to be the same. Though it went down in anime history as a complete failure, it's unclear whether the bigwigs behind the regional sponsorship deal are clueless to that fact or simply aren't willing to admit it. It's been 2 years since the anime aired. And so, we at the second annual Mobius Festival, a ham-fisted attempt to get some mileage out of the anime despite the local residents' overwhelming opposition to going through the cringe-worthy event a second time. So this is definitely the same dialogue. So I guess we start off at the same place as the second chapter, as Sora's chapter, surprisingly. Unfortunately, an earthquake happened right as things were getting started, putting an abrupt end to the festivities. To make matters worse, the earthquake shattered the namesake treasure of the Shrine of the White Serpent's Relic, a location featured prominently in the anime, and also the set of the festival. As a result, a gate opened between our world and a parallel dimension. I wish I was joking, but no, that really happened. After that, we found a statue that turned out to be a petrified human. That was the start of my surreal half-month. The next major incident was when one of the students from my school, Hakusen Academy, set the building ablaze using some strange power. During the fray, my classmate Miyako Kujo used some kind of superpower to extinguish the source of the flames. And if all that wasn't crazy enough, one of the residents of this parallel world, Sophithia, showed up at my house. After seeing so many crazy things, all I could do was believe the story she told me. It appeared all of these incidents had been caused by powerful objects known as artifacts. They spilled into our world from Sophithia's, but they look like ordinary jewelry. Ugh, Sophithia is so hard to say. They grant their wielders immense power, but are also liable to drive them insane. Not even Sophie knows how many artifacts have found their way to our world. I'm not gonna say Sophithia anymore, that's just such a mouthful. We still haven't caught the murderer behind the petrification incidents, and there's a real possibility that other malicious users with no reservations about utilizing their power might pop up. If that happens, there'll be even more innocent victims. Worse, if other villains appear, they might spur the user of the evil eye to commit even greater atrocities. I've teamed up with Kujo to catch the culprit, and our first course of action has been to look for trustworthy users to win over to our cause. I figured searching for allies would take some time, but to my surprise, we found another user pretty easily. Okay, so they're skipping Sora's introduction again. Turns out my sister Sora, of all people, is a user too. So far, everything has been going the same as what's happening on the first chapter, or the first game. I never expected someone that close to me would be wrapped up in all this. Getting another comrade so quickly was kinda anticlimactic, really. Anyway, after recruiting my sister, we started checking the fan forums for the Mobius Ring anime to see if any real users have been posting there. Eventually, we ran across someone who looked like they fit the bill. Haruka Kosaka, the third year from my school who's always surrounded by a harem of dudes. Her popularity is unnatural, and her overbearing, regal demeanor is pretty similar to this person called Queen of Eden we found in the forums. We thought there was a pretty good chance she was another user, so we decided to investigate her. Unfortunately, things didn't go quite as planned. Sora, whose ability is perfect for covered ops, offered to tail Kosaka for us, but then she got caught by Kosaka's comrades. So far, everything is the same as in Sora's route now. I thought it was going to be the same as, like, the first game, but no. They introduced themselves as Rig Veda and invited us to join their organization. So I guess this is before Sora and Haruka decided to talk to each other via line. Their leader is a guy called Commander, and his goal is to create a paradise for users. He said that in order to achieve that goal, he was willing to kill if necessary. Okay, I'm gonna talk normally again now, because this is all new stuff. Naturally, there is no way I'd cooperate with a guy like that, so I refused his invitation. He didn't like that one bit. I forgot to mention during the episode recap that Renya here also have the user of the evil eye, or also have the evil eye as his power. So we kinda hypothesized that both Renya and Ghost are just pawns from the real evil eye user instead of the real person that has the artifact himself, or herself, who knows. And thus, he declared war on us. It was a dicey situation. None of our artifacts were suited for fighting, but we couldn't afford to let a man as dangerous as Commander run free. Just as we resolved to fight, an unexpected ally appeared. Nineball's parfait queen, Noa Yuki. Turns out she was a user and, just like us, she didn't agree with Rig Veda's ideals or methods. She engaged Commander in the most cringy power level debate I've ever seen. The ridiculous Chuny argument helped dispel the tension between our two groups though, and Rig Veda left without a fight. That was the parting remark one of Rig Veda's members left for me as she departed. Unwilling to be outdone on the Chuny scale, Yuki went on to create the Valhalla Society to fight Rig Veda, and we ended up becoming a part of it. We're pretty certain the Evil Eyes user, the one who turned that poor girl to stone, is one of Rigveda's members. As a fellow user, it's my responsibility to stop them. My resolve renewed, I go to bed. So this is after that event, after Sora got found out by Rigveda. Technically, what the hell? Is this Groundhog Day? Wasn't it 426 before? Wait, what's going on? I thought the date said 426 the day before. Sora rifles through her bag. It's the day after our run-in with Rigveda. Maybe that was just a typo on the game's part. Huh. Maybe that was like, you know, an error, a bug. Sora must have felt bad about getting caught, since she'd looked pretty despondent last night. It probably didn't help that it ghost trained her like that either. Hell, I'm still pissed off about that too. But right now, we need to be careful. There's no telling when those guys might try and attack us. Sora closes her bag and gets to her feet. So Sora stayed with us for only one day in this timeline. I assume, I don't know. Urged on by Sora, I sling my bag over my shoulder and head to the front door. Sora grabs me by the arm and pulls me outside before I even have time to finish putting my shoes on. I disentangle myself from Sora and we started walking to school. It looks like she's still not over the events of yesterday, and now I'm the one who has to suffer for it. She hasn't left my sight since waking up. She even tried to go to the bathroom with me. Talk about moronic. We stopped by the convenience store and grabbed some sandwiches and drinks. Even though we left home early, we still run into the one person I really didn't want to see. So yeah, this is before we talked to her via line, so she is still very wary of her. Sora stops in her tracks. Kosaka-senpai is standing in the middle of the sidewalk as though she's waiting for someone. For once, she doesn't have her boy toys with her. There's no point in standing around glaring at each other. I also feel like we'd be giving in if we detoured around her, so I decided to just walk straight past her. This seems similar. I feel like I've already read this dialogue. As we brush by, Kosaka-senpai looks like she wants to say something to us. But I only spare her a brief glance, so I can't be sure. Chalking it up to my imagination, I resolutely keep going. However, did this also happen in freaking Sora's route? Kosaka-senpai runs to catch up with us. She dashes past us and silently waits a short distance ahead. She's looking straight at us. But I keep pretending I'm imagining things and walk past her again. However, undeterred, she runs past us once more, and this time she meets my gaze. She even looks like she's gathering her courage to say something. Sighing, we stop in front of Kosaka-senpai. Sorry about that, no? Kosaka-senpai averts her gaze and takes a few steps back. You're the one who wanted to talk to us, so what's with the wimpy attitude? Well, I guess I am acting a bit confrontational. Right now, she's in her timid personality, not her empress one. I take a deep breath to calm myself, then ask her again. She steps up to Sora, pushes something into her hands, and runs off. What is with that girl? So this should still be the same. That's probably her line idea.
なんなの？
手紙か？
ぽいけど、ラブレター？
一瞬俺も思っちゃったけど、なわけないよな。
だよね。なんだろう。怖い。
読んでみれば？
兄やん開けて。
なんでだよ。
カミソリとか入ってたら怖い。
さすがにそんな陰湿なことしないだろう。
Sighing, I take the envelope and cautiously break the seal. There's no razor inside, just a neatly folded piece of paper. I pull it out, unfold it, and skim the contents.
やっぱお前宛てだな。
マジでラブレター？
読めばわかる。
怖い。なんでよ。
自分で読め。
I push the letter into Sora's hands. Reluctantly, she starts reading.
昨日はごめんなさい。私では止められませんでした。謝罪文？
みたいだな。
よければ連絡くださいって ID まで書いてある。話したいことあるって。
どうすんだ？
どうすんだって、どうすればいいの？
明確に敵対しているわけだし、無視もありだとは思うが、代わりに俺から連絡してみてもいいし。
でも本気で謝ろうとしてたらそれ失礼じゃない？
妙に律儀だなお前。
昨日高坂先輩だけは心配してくれてたんだよね。話してあげたらとか言ってくれてたし。
ああ、そういえばそうか。
だから、ちょっと私連絡取ってみる。
Okay, I still don't understand why they're showing us this whole event even though we've already seen it. I think in Sora's chapter, they barely show us any of the recurring events. What the hell? Oh, there we go. I guess this is why.
セーブ画面です。セーブします。セーブしました。
I still have no idea why the choice of I remember was a thing on the second game. We actually have no idea how to actually choose a different choice, did we?
いや、やっぱり俺が代わりに連絡する。
別に大丈夫だと思うけどな。
でも不安はあるだろう。だから俺がする。
じゃあお願いしよっかな。
ああ。
シスコンね。心配性だな、兄やんは。
心配しちゃ悪いか。
真面目に返されるのは想定外だった。
昨日あんなことがあったばかりだしな。心配してねえよバーカとか言ってる場合じゃないだろう。
じゃあお願いします。
ああ。
I take the letter from Sora and slip it into my pocket. Even if Kosaka-senpai was the only one who tried to help Sora, she still agreed to join a group that condones murder. That's something I can't overlook. Her apology might not be sincere. I won't know for sure until I talk to her.
なんかめっちゃシリアスな顔してる。調子狂う。
Well, truth be told, back in the second game, I did say when Sora was talking to Kosaka-senpai, I don't know whether or not that was her that was talking, or if it was the other personality talking, right? But I guess they wanted to have the archetype of the girl who talks a lot on the internet and not really, you know, the typical girl who, if they don't show themselves, they can actually talk a lot, but if you talk to them face to face, they're very timid.
気にすんな。行くぞ。
I know that's an actual thing, like a lot of people are somewhat similar to that, but I don't know, I feel like those sort of people are so fake. That's how I think anyway.
ニーニー、実は結構あの人たちにキレてる？
But then again, there must be a reason why those people become that way, right? Guess I don't know. But my first thought is definitely the fact that those people are fake.
ああ、めちゃくちゃ。
Oh, sorry about that.
静かねあ、ダメだ、冗談通じないレベルでガチギレしてる。私が言うのもなんだけど、さっきみたいにいきなり喧嘩腰はダメだよ。先輩だけほんと優しかったから、ほんと。
わかった。気をつけるよ。
絶対だよ。ニーヤンが危ない目に遭うのも嫌だし、クールにね、クールに。
わかったわかった。
Sighing, I relax my tense expression a bit. Really, there's no point in me getting pissed. I don't even know what my artifact does, and I'm stuck relying on everyone else to bail me out. It'd be lame if I let my anger get the better of me and land me in hot water. I've got to be as calm as possible when talking to Kosaka-senpai. I need to start showing Sora I can be a reliable older brother.
数学の宿題プリント回収しますよ。後ろから前に回して。
Oh yeah, we also talked to Satsuki in that other timeline about the whole supernatural stuff. Of course, she doesn't know about this because we never actually confronted ghosts yet, right now, and got petrified. As homeroom drones on, I take my phone out under the desk and surreptitiously... I think I've seen that word, but I don't know what it means. Glance at the screen. I've already added Kosaka-senpai's ID to my contacts, so I can message her anytime. Honestly, there's no real need to rush, but I want to put Sora's worries to rest as soon as possible. That being said, I have no idea what message I should send. Sora did say not to be too confrontational, so... Got it. Good morning. I'm Sora's brother. I realize you want to apologize to Sora, but she's still a little worried about talking to you, so I'm contacting you in her stead. Oh god, the grinder is happening again, guys. You might have realized a couple of days ago if you guys watched my Amayui playthrough. Well, on Patreon anyway. People on YouTube, you won't be... No, actually, you will be seeing Amayui before seeing 99, but this is probably like a couple of weeks or maybe a month or so after the last episode I record for Amayui. But I mentioned that there was a neighbor that was using a machine grinder that was grinding something. And holy moly, it's so loud, it's pissing me off. Sorry about the rant. That's a good enough introduction, I think. At least you guys don't hear it. Wait, this is still pretty confrontational, isn't it? I'm basically saying I don't trust her. What's a nicer way of saying this? I'm sorry for being so aggressive this morning. Thank you for trying to help Sora last night. If I add that, it sounds nicer, right? Fuck. Now I just sound like I'm a syscon. Whatever. Let's just hit send. Who cares what anyone thinks? Barely a second after I tap send, the message red checkmark shows up. Kosaka-senpai must have been staring at her phone this whole time, waiting for a message. Her reply comes almost instantly. Good morning, this is Haruka Kosaka. I'm sorry, I should have realized she'd still be wary of me. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made such a shameless request. Double I'm sorry in a single paragraph, come on now. That's 2 I'm sorries in 2 sentences, exactly. I'm kind of feeling guilty for doubting her now. She sends a follow-up message while I'm still trying to figure out how to reply. I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. I couldn't stop those 2 even though I wanted to. All I could do was worry. That's strange. Something about her phrasing catches my attention. She said she couldn't stop them. Does that mean... I quickly type out a reply. Could it be that you actually don't like those guys that much? Like before, she reads it right away. But this time there's no reply. Miss Naruse stacks up the worksheets she collected, then leaves the classroom. When she's gone, the students are chatting with each other. There's only 5 minutes until first period. I guess it's probably better to continue my conversation with Senpai during lunch or after school.
まったりしてんの？早く行かないと。
I do still think that Yoichi might not necessarily be a bad guy. I don't know though. I guess we'll have to see. I already gave you guys my reasoning about why I thought that Yoichi and Miss Naruse was like an integral part of the story.
環境設定です。
Simply because the fact that their voice characters here are so close to each other to the main heroines.
どこに？
スマホばっかいじってるから聞き逃すんだよ。今日は視聴覚室でするんだってさ。1時間目。
よくわからんドキュメンタリーとか見るんかな。
At the very least, I don't think that Yoichi is the user of the evil eye. So he might be someone else. Who knows who though?
かもね。早く行こうよ。
わかった。
Because if he was the evil eye user, Ghost would have probably known. And Reina would have known too. I slide my chair back and stand up. Just then, my phone vibrates. I sneak a quick peek at the screen while I gather up my textbooks. At first, I thought we could be friends, but after what happened last night, I'm a little scared of them. I thought it might be something like that. This changes everything.
かける。置いてくよ。
わかったわかった。行こ
何？九条さん？
う。ちげえよ。
絶対女の子だよ。僕にはわかるんだ。感じるんだ。
どんな能力だよ。行こうぜ。
I wonder if, no. If Yoichi isn't the user of the evil eye, there's no way he was the one that actually confronted Kujo in the very first timeline. I follow Yoichi out of the classroom. My friend, gave a comparison to this, or compares this to Madoka Magica a lot, and I do agree that there's a lot of resemblance. I do think it's trying to be its own thing, but definitely I feel like the game took a lot of inspiration from Madoka and just slapped in like a main character or a male main character on it. Though I don't know, I guess we'll see. If those messages are to be believed, Senpai's suspicious of Rigveda. Of course, it could all be a trick, but if not...
高坂先輩を仲間に誘おうと。
ああ。
We hold our usual meeting at 9 ball after school. Kujo's still on the clock though, so it's hard to have a lengthy discussion.
そうだね。不安に思っているなら私たちと一緒に。はい。ごめんね。また後で連絡するんで、先輩はお仕事に集中してください。お願いします。
Kujo runs off to take a customer's order. I sip the soda I ordered while Sora gives me a puzzled look.
今朝あんなに怒ってたのに、仲間に誘おうなんて言うと思わなかった。
I guess when we left the, like, chatting to Sora, they were mostly talking about useless stuff. And she wasn't able to actually, you know, talk about the Rigveda thing until Kakeru was there, right? So until Haruka was at Kakeru's apartment.
嘘じゃないならだけどな。
ほほう、まだ完全に信用したわけではないと。
そりゃそうだろ。
メッセージどれくらいやり取りしたの？ちょっとだけ？
ああ、朝に少しだけ。ごめんなさいって伝えておいてってさ。
他には？
それで終わり。
うわー、なんか、うわ、それならやっぱ私が連絡したかったな。
I mean, if that's all she wanted to say, that's Gucci, isn't it? We don't really need to talk about small talk. I mean, we're so wary of her, Sora.
まあ、文面からも申し訳ない感じというか、俺に対する怯えみたいなのは感じましたね。
喧嘩腰やめろって言ったじゃん。
丁寧なメッセージ送ったって。でもな、なんか警戒しすぎて申し訳なかったなと思ったんだが。 それも作戦かもしれん。
If I was Kakeru, I still wouldn't really think too much about, too positively about Haruka here. Well, I don't know. I already know that Haruka is actually somewhat good because of Sora's route. So, but you know, you guys get what I'm trying to say. If I was in Kakeru's shoes right now, without knowing all of the prior knowledge about the previous route, I would have still been very skeptical about Haruka.
まあね、なんとも言えないけどね。
夜にでもまた連絡してみる。
仲間にならないかって？
それはまだ早い。っていうか、別の提案もありだな。
別？
俺が仲間になる。
Huh? Yeah, exactly, huh?
リグベーダに俺が潜り込む。
お？
Sora cocks her head, looking at me like I'm crazy.
何のために？
Oh my god, this is a pretty interesting development.
考えてみたんだよ。先輩がもし俺たちの仲間になったら、あの連中どうなると思う？
どうなるって。
裏切りは許さんとかにならないか？
なりそう。てかなるよね。
だろ？仲間入り俺たちが断った途端、じゃあ敵だなって襲いかかろうとしてきたやつだ。裏切り者を許すはずがない。
だから高坂先輩を裏切らせるんじゃなく、自らが敵の懐に飛び込もうと。
その方が安全な気がするんだよ。先輩の人となりを見極めるって意味でもさ。
I feel like they made a weird decision of using Sora as a crying sprite here.
納得できないでもないけど、私らの目的ってさ、
ああ、
石化事件の犯人を見つけることでしょ？
だな。
その、何？魔眼のユーザーをさ、司令官って人が肯定？擁護してたけどさ、あの中にいるかはわかんないじゃん。ただの生きった中二集団かもしれないじゃん。無視するのもありなんじゃないって私は思うんだけど、魔眼のユーザーがいるって分かってるなら潜入もいいと思うけどさ、まだ分かんないわけじゃん。それを確かめるためにニーヤンがああいうのと絡むのどうかなって思うわけですよ、私は。
The Evil Eyes user is a part of Rigveda. So are these... I don't know, man. Are these choices... Is like Sophie giving us some sort of... like... you know... what's the word I'm looking for? Suggestions in our brain? Is that what's going on? And that's why there's like... these choices? I don't know.
セーブ画面です。セーブします。セーブしました。
Because we definitely would have been a lot more careful about talking about, you know, absolutes here. And this is clearly Takeru saying he knows for a fact that Evil Eyes user is part of Rigveda.
いや、魔眼のユーザーはあの中にいる。
え、そうなの？
いる。確信がある。
どんな？
どんな？
Yeah, why?
ん？
いやだから確信があるんでしょ？
ああ。
根拠っていうか証拠とか見つけたの？
いや別に。
いや、あれ？根拠も証拠もないのに確信が？
ある。
なんでこの人自信たっぷりなの？
I don't know, Sora.
そういえばなんでだろうな。
何言ってんの？大丈夫？ニーニ大丈夫？
なんだろうな。説明はできないけど、不思議と確信がある。
ちなみに誰なの？
誰？
Yeah, is Sophie giving me this suggestion, or is the fact that
セーブ画面です。セーブします。セーブしました。
Takeru is actually knowing the answers to all of the other timelines here?
ゴーストだ。
ゴ クは言い切った。
I mean, it's kind of fragmented though, right? If he does know everything, he would have said that Ghost and Renya.
なんか変だな俺。確かに証拠はないけど、あいつだ、間違いない。
もしかしてようやく目覚めた力に。
目覚めた。
I looked down at my hand. I clenched it into a fist, then opened it. Like Kuja and Sora, I'm technically a user, but I have no clue what my power is. According to Sophie, I fit all the criteria for a user, but I don't remember ever getting an artifact. It's actually really been bothering me that I'm the only powerless one in our group. However,
なんか感じるの？こう何？ふつふつと湧き出る力的な？
いや、ない。
ないのかよ。
だが、
I curl my fingers into a fist again. There's no special sensation or rush of power. However, I do feel this inexplicable discomfort.
これがそうなのか？俺の無意識の中に確信が眠っているというか、変な表現だけど、そうとしか言えないな。自分の言葉に妙に自信があるんだよ。
You know, I guess the reason why they did not want to continue the second game's ending before we actually choose Sora is because the fact that Kakeru became a murderer, right? I don't know what it is, but a lot of games seem to not want to make the main character into people who kills someone. I personally feel like if you have a very good reason to kill someone, like, in terms of the law, it's not okay, but in terms of morally, I think it's okay. That's how I feel anyway. Yeah, sure, you're still gonna have to face a sentence, but it is what it is.
ああ、なるほど。ニーヤンそういうタイプか。星に蓄積された膨大な記憶から必要な情報を引き出すとか、そんなやつだ。
完全に裏方じゃねえか。まあ役に立つならいいけど、一応ソフィーに聞いた方がいいな。
Well, Sophie would be able to confirm the fact that our sentence or our absolutes were true there. But would she do that?
困った時の異世界人ですな。
答えてくれねえ気もするけど。
てか、もし本当ならヤバくない？殺人犯の仲間になるとか。
まあ、俺の妄想かどうかの確認もしたいな。ゴーストが魔眼のユーザーである証拠をつかみたい。
確かに証拠は必要だけど。危ないことだけはしないでね。
え？ああ。
Kujo must have been listening to our conversation while waiting tables, since she says that to me as she walks past. I admit this is a dangerous proposition, but...
飛び込まないことには進展しないしな。
それはそうだけど、そもそもどう飛び込むの？喧嘩売ってるじゃん、昨日。
高坂先輩の力、魅了だよな。
Are you gonna pretend to be charmed?
多分そうじゃ。ああ、操られた体で行くってこと？
そう。先輩に魅了されたふりをして仲間になる。なんなら本当に魅了してもらってもいい。
Interesting.
それならいけるのか？
まあ、先輩に話してみないとだけどな。まずは。
うちのリーダーには？
リーダー？ああ、勇気か。
さすがに勝手に決めちゃまずいっしょ。
We're probably not gonna do so. This might be another choice for us to go into the fourth game.
なんか止められそうな気がするんだよな。
正義のヒーローって雰囲気だったから、そういう小細工好きじゃなさそうな感じはあるね。
まあ、話がまとまった段階で話すか。できるかどうかもわかんないわけだし。
それもそっか。
とりあえず先輩だな。話を持ちかけてみる。
さっきみやこ先輩も言ってたけど、無茶しないでよ、ほんと。
わかってる。
Nodding, I suck on my straw. Is Ghost really the evil eye's user? I need to find out if this epiphany of mine is true or not. I really hope I have awoken to my power and that's why I know. But it doesn't quite feel like I'm using an artifact. If Sophie is the one that's gonna is giving us suggestions into our mind, I don't know. We'll have to see. Doesn't make sense about that first choice though on Sora's chapter. The I remember thing. What is that? Gripped by indecision, I stare at my phone for a good 10 minutes. I want to send Kosaka-senpai a message, but I don't know how to start the conversation. Can I even trust her? If I ask for her help and it turns out she's actually loyal to Rigveda, our relationship with them is going to get even worse. If they feel threatened, they might even go after Sora or Kujo. I don't want to put them in danger. I've got to tread carefully here. The problem is... Guess I just gotta go for it. I'll put my faith in Kosaka-senpai's words. I'll believe she's as suspicious of Rigveda as she says. Are you free right now? Mind if we chat for a bit? Alright, I broke the ice. This is around the time most people take a bath, so I figured she wouldn't reply right away. But I see the red message checkmark appear pretty quickly. Was she waiting this whole time for me to contact her again? Nah, that's probably just my ego talking. I mean, Kakeru, everyone's on their phone 24/7 at this point, you know? You know how the new generation are? I gaze at my screen waiting for a reply. I'm free. The moment I read her reply, the space above my table warps, and a stuffed animal with a rather peculiar design appears in midair. This is Sophie, our helper from a parallel world. She claims she's actually a super cute, super beautiful woman, but we have no way of knowing since all we can see is her stuffed animal avatar. Looks aside, she's got a caustic tongue, and I wouldn't really say she's cute. Caustic? I think it's caustic. I put my phone down on the table and turn to Sophie. She heaves a languid sigh. Yeah, she's not even remotely cute. I tilt my head quizzically. There's been enough strange things the past few days that I don't even know what qualifies anymore. Sophie's expression stiffens. Or well, it seems like it does. It's kind of hard to tell since she's a stuffed animal. Hmm.
けどまず怪しむならあの司令官ってやつだ。あいつは魔眼のユーザーを擁護してたし、目の周りにスティグマが浮かんでいた。あからさまに怪しい。それなのに、俺はゴーストってやつが魔眼のユーザーだって確信してる。なぜかも説明できない。根拠がまるでないのに、そう確信してる。
Can we even say that she is the Evil Eyes user though? Because on the previous route, we clearly hypothesized that there might have been someone who has the Evil Eye artifact, but it's not Ghost. She was like just a familiar.
根拠のない確信。普段ならあなたの勘違い、思い込みでしょってそう済ませるところだけれど。
Oh, she's actually telling us more than needed.
けど
あなたの行動には不可解な点が多いのよ。
俺の行動？
そう。もう少し観測させてちょうだい。何か分かったら教えてあげる。
なんかこうアーティファクトが目覚めた形跡とかそういうのはないのか？
分かったら教えてあげると言ったのよ。
はい、すみません。
せっかちね。まあ気持ちは分からないでもないけれど。
なんかな落ち着かないというか、ただの思い込みというか直感のような気もしないでもないんだけどさ。
Yeah, that's fair.
無意識で処理した情報が直感として現れる。バカにできないわよ、あながち。
I don't know. I don't really trust my gut. I mean, if I had to trust my gut with all of the information that I have, I would trust it. But if there's not enough information, I don't think I would trust my gut.
もっとも直感に確信を持つというのも変な話ね。なかなか興味深いわ。ちゃんと調べてあげるから安心なさい。
ありがとう。頼むよ。
Like, you guys understand, right? If there's more information for me to dig to make a moral, rational decision, I wouldn't trust my gut. If there's nothing left for me to be able to dig out, then that's when I'm gonna use my gut to choose.
まあなたが所持しているアーティファクトに心当たりがないわけではないのよね。
Just tell me, Sophie, you asshole.
そうなの？
そうなの。ただそれだと説明がつかないのよね。とにかく分かったら教えてあげる。それまでいい子にして待ってなさい。
いい子って。分かった。お願いします。
じゃあね。
This kind of reinforces the fact that the guy with Yoichi at the end of the second chapter might not have been Sophie. Sophie waves her diminutive hand at me, then vanishes through a tear in space. So there's something inexplicable about my actions, huh? Does that mean my artifact's finally awoken? Or maybe it's been active for a while now. It's kind of unsettling, not knowing what's going on with me.
あ、やべ。
I totally forgot I was texting with Senpai. I hurriedly apologized for leaving her on red for so long despite being the one to start the conversation. Then sent a question I was going to ask earlier. Do you agree with Rigveda's goal, Senpai? This time she replies instantly. There's none of the hesitation I saw this morning. Both my other self and I wish to see a world where users don't have to hide who they are to live a peaceful life. But we don't approve of killing innocent people to achieve that goal. I realized Commander was just role-playing when he said that, but that doesn't change the fact that he tried to use his powers on you. I despise violence. If the others are planning on creating a world where violence is an acceptable solution, then I don't think I can stay in Rigveda. That's a huge wall of text. Just how fast can this girl type? Maybe she just likes talking. In that case, it might be better if I call her. I'm not that good at talking over text. Sora's told me a few times that my messages come across too curt and make me sound angry. Anyway, I'm relieved Senpai is of the same mind as we are. I don't know, I feel like I'm the same way whether or not I'm texting a person or calling them. Actually, maybe I'm a bit less talkative when someone's calling me because I just dislike the fact that, you know, calling means that I have to pay attention to their voice, while when I'm reading, I can just do something on the side while texting them. Right? I feel like I'm not the sort of person that can multitask that well. So when I'm calling someone, I have to pay too much attention to the call itself, so I can't really do anything else while I'm doing so. That's precisely why I don't want to give her the wrong impression. I've decided to trust Senpai, so there's no harm in talking over the phone. But you know, my response is probably going to be similar whether I'm calling someone, whether I'm texting someone, whether I'm talking to them face to face. Would it be alright if I called you? There's something I want your help with. As always, the red message checkmark appears instantly. But minutes pass and there's no reply. Now that I think about it, she's probably just as wary of me as I was of her. I probably should have taken things slower. Man, I'm really not cut out for this kind of stuff. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm capable of talking just yet.
ま、だよな。
I expected her to turn me down. Though it's a shame, I guess this is proof that Kosaka-senpai doesn't have any intention of tricking me. Well, you guys, I think I know the reason why I despise calls, guys. There was a time when I was in like middle school and high school where girls would just call me and talk about their fucking frustrations about their boyfriends or whatever. And I kid you not, they would call me for about 2 to 3 hours and I'd be like, even though I'm not even like saying anything useful to them, I'm just like, okay, yeah, oh, all right. You know, the typical responses that you'd hear when you're clearly not wanting to hear any more of their like rant. They still persevere and keep talking. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's the reason why I despise calling people. Ugh. Those long ass calls really annoy the crap out of me. If it's just like a 10-minute, 15-minute call, it's okay, but those calls, ugh. Dear Lord. That memory was buried deeply into my brain. She would have agreed right away if she did. Her backing off is proof that she's still conflicted. She's debating whether she wants to stay with Rigveda or join us. If this is all an act, then she's one hell of an actor. Just as I finish my analysis, she sends a follow-up message that throws off all my reasoning. I'm not good with guys, sorry. She's not good with guys. She's not good with guys? Even though she walks to school with a harem of dudes every morning? That doesn't make any sense. Actually, wait. The first time we saw her, she looked pretty uncomfortable with all the attention. She also mentioned her other self in one of her earlier messages. I don't think that's just role-playing. She might really have multiple personalities. Is that because of her power? Or was she like that from the start? Well, whatever. That's not important right now. Gotcha, text it is. Truth is, there's something I'm planning and I need your help. I decide to tell her everything through text. I explain that I want Senpai to join our group. But if she does, her former comrades in Rigveda will probably turn hostile towards her. I go on to say that I don't want to put her in danger, so I'm thinking of infiltrating Rigveda instead. And that I'm looking for proof that Ghost is behind a petrification incident. So I want to pretend to be their comrades for a while. Would you be willing to help me? I throw in that last message at the end of my long explanation. Just as I'm about to tell her she doesn't need to reply right away, and that she can take her time thinking about it, she sends me a response. On second thought, I think we should talk over the phone. I might not be able to communicate too well, but can I call you? I guess this is her second personality now. I guess this means she trusts me a little now. I consider telling her sure, but then I decide it'll be faster to just call her myself and hit the call button. I bring my phone up to my ear. The ringing noise continues. I guess she was still in her timid version. And she wants to ready herself before she calls us. She's not picking up. Still not picking up. Come on, pick up already. Wait, is she ignoring me? The ringing finally stops, and I hear someone on the other end of the line. The faint sound of breathing tickles my ear.
もしもし
もしもし
Oh no, it's actually her.
こんばんは新見です
こんばんは
I guess this is how we're gonna train her tolerance to guys? I suddenly feel like apologizing. Am I really that scary? Wait a sec, does she even recognize my name?
新見かけるです。空の兄の。
はい。ニミさん。はい。高坂です。
すみません。朝はちょっと態度が悪くて。
いえ、当然だと思います。私たちがその妹さんを
She's talking a lot better compared to when we had to talk to her face to face on the previous route.
ごめんなさい。やっぱりうまく。
大丈夫です。ゆっくりでいいですよ。
はい。ありがとうございます。
That might actually be a new sprite for her. That's a really nice one. It sounds like she's calmed down a little at least. Her voice isn't as shaky as before.
ありがとうございます。
はい。大丈夫ですよ。本当ゆっくりで。
いえ、今のは心配してくださってありがとうございます。
心配。こっちの都合で先輩を危ない目に遭わせるわけにはいかないので。空も妹もかなり怖がってましたし、先輩は現状維持が安全だと思うんです。
はい、そんな気がします。
だから俺が飛び込んでみようと。魔眼の俺たちは石化のアーキファクトのことをそう呼んでるんですが、リグベーダに魔眼のユーザーがいる確信が予感があるんです。その証拠を俺は掴みたい。これ以上犠牲者が出ないようにしたいんです。そのためには先輩の力が必要です。どうか手伝ってもらえませんか。
二人を紹介はできます。
はい。
でも二人が新見さんを受け入れるかどうか。
I have a feeling they actually made her talk a lot faster too, because we're gonna have a lot of interaction with Haruka, right? So they probably don't want to make us, well, to make me, someone like me anyway, irritated, just like on the previous route, where it took her like, I don't know, a couple of minutes to talk a couple of sentences, and I'm like, holy moly. This is a lot more bearable, that's for sure.
一応そこは考えてあって、先輩の力って魅了ですよね。その反応違うっぽいですね。
そうですね。でも近いことはできます。
ですよね。だからその手で行こうかと。
その手。私の力で新見さんを仲間にする？
そうです。それならいけるんじゃないかって。もちろん先輩が協力してくれるならですけど。
明日とか。
明日？はい。
二人と会いますか？
はい。
ごめんなさい。急ですよね。
いえ、全然大丈夫です。先輩がいいのかなって。
はい。協力します。したいです。もし二人のどちらかがあの事件の犯人なら協力をしないといけないんだと思います。人を殺すようなそんな力の使い方はよくないと思います。
I mean, I think it depends on the people we kill. Like, one of my favorite characters is actually Light from Death Note. And we all know how the hell that goes. We all know how the hell that goes. Sadly, Light was drunk in power, even though at the very beginning he was doing the right thing.
だから、
Nice face there, Haruka.
大丈夫ですか？
ごめんなさい。話しすぎて。あと、緊張で、限界が。
はい。協力ありがとうございます。お大事に。
すみません。
One of my other favorite characters is also Lelouch, by the way, from Code Geass. So you can definitely see, like, which sort of character I fall in line with in terms of, like, their rationale, right? Senpai hangs up in the middle of her coughing fit. I never imagined the same girl who acts like a domineering queen in public would be so timid. She says she wasn't good with guys, but it feels more like she's not used to talking to people, period. I still don't have a good grasp on her personality, but there is one thing I can say for sure. She's not a bad person. I agree, but only after knowing about what happened on the previous route. If I was still in your shoes, Kakeru, I wouldn't be so sure. At least, it's what my instincts are telling me. I'm sorry I wasn't very articulate. I'll message you again tomorrow. Good night. I text Senpai good night and set my phone on the table. Tomorrow, huh? This is a pretty rapid development, but at least things are working out. All that's left is to hope they buy our story. I need to find proof that Ghost in the... I was gonna say Ghost in the Shell, what the fuck? Ghost is the Evil Eye's user. Ideally, I'd like to find out what the Evil Eye looks like. That way, we can use Kucho's powers to steal it. If we can get our hands on the Evil Eye, our job will be done. I just hope things go as planned. Yeah, I guess the 426 thing was actually a typo at the very beginning. It was 425. I actually thought we were gonna be doing, like, replaying the day over and over again, just like Groundhog Day. After school, I wait for Senpai in the courtyard. Very soon, I'm going to be meeting Commander and Ghost. On the surface, it's gonna look like I'm double-crossing Kujo and everyone else belonging to... What did Yuki call our group again? Sorry, Noah? The Valhalla Society? Anyway, I'll basically be betraying everyone. Meaning I won't be able to go to our regular meetings at 9 Ball. I've gotta make it look like I'm keeping my distance from my comrades, or I won't be able to sell my story. When we met him, Commander was wearing our school's uniform. For all I know, he could be watching me from somewhere right now. Hence why it's better if I wait for Senpai alone, without any of my friends nearby. It'll make me look more trustworthy. I hope. Of course, I don't even know if Commander's watching me, so this is really more for my peace of mind than anything. Also, while Kujo and Sora did agree to stay away, they didn't look happy about it. So, you can never be too paranoid, I think. Better to take every precaution. Senpai came from the direction opposite the one I was looking in, so I don't notice her until she's standing right next to me.
お待たせしました。ホームルームが長引いて。
いえ、大丈夫です。どうぞ、座ってください。男子苦手でしたね。俺、もうちょっと離れます。
いえ、ちょっと、待ってください。緊張して。
You good? She puts a hand on her chest and takes a few deep breaths. After hesitating for a bit, she finally gathers her resolve and sits down next to me.
すみません。落ち着きました。
Well, new BGM, I guess.
本当、俺の方こそすみません。大丈夫ですか？怖くないですか？俺。
いえ、 昨日もとても落ち着いて優しく話してくださったので大丈夫です。
そうですか。それならよかったです。
I'm not sure anyone's ever called me kind and understanding before. It's kind of embarrassing. Fidgeting awkwardly, I clear my throat and try to get the discussion back on topic.
それでギグベーダの2人には話が通ってるんですよね。
はい、心配していたんですけど、思ったより感触が良くて。
Really? Even ghosts?
俺を仲間にすることに対してですか？
はい、興味があるからすぐに会おうって。
待ち合わせ場所はどこですか？
神社です。高峰君は先に向かうと言っていたので。
高峰君？
司令官さんです。下の名前はレイヤ君だったと思います。
高峰レイヤ。もしかしてこの騒ぎが起こる前から知り合いだったんですか？
司令官さんのことは前からサイトでやり取りして知っていたんですが、クラスメイトとは知らなくて。
ネットだけの付き合いだったけど、今回の件でクラスメイトだったことが分かったと。
そうです。はい。
すごい偶然だな。
I gotta say, I really like that new sprite angle that they have for Haruka. It makes her seem really, cute, I guess? I don't normally say people are cute, but that does look pretty cute. Like, you know, until I personally know someone, I don't really call them cute and whatnot. But the fact that she feels like she's kind of staring off into space, it's kind of nice looking. Though I guess it's just like how I've been meeting fellow users in quick succession too. First Kujo, then Sora, then Noah. I wonder if users, or maybe the artifacts they hold, are drawn to each other. Yeah, you can kind of see the fact that she's kind of not looking at anything, right? So, I kind of like, I guess, people like that? I don't know. Maybe I don't like people like that, I just like this particular sprite for some reason. It looks really nice.
ごめんなさい。うまく話せなくて。
いえ、すみません。いきなり黙っちゃって。
She probably thought it was her fault I fell silent. I'll save any more brooding for when I'm back home. For now, I need to seal myself to meet Commander and Ghost.
よし。じゃあ行きましょう。先輩、よろしくお願いします。
はい。
Are they actually gonna meet in broad daylight?
新見さんはこのまま話せるんですが。高峰君と
Sorry about that.
話す時はもう一人の私に変わっちゃうと思います。
もう一人のっていうと、女王様みたいな
She looks down, blushing slightly. I probably shouldn't have phrased it like that to her face, huh?
なんか例え方がすみません。
いえ、ですそうです。女王様というかお嬢様というか。
お嬢様、そう表現すればよかったな。
もう一人の私は堂々としているので、高峰君と話すときはつい変わっちゃって。
あいつらの理想に共感できないとか、そういうのを抜きにしても苦手だったりします？
こんなこと言うのよくないんですけど、圧が。
That's it? I actually thought she was gonna say something more there. I purse my lips angrily at that. I also have to keep my mouth shut or I'll end up laughing at the unintended double... Entender? What is that? Double meaning, I guess? Forceful, huh? I get what she means. That Chuny edgelord's definitely intimidating.
同じアニメが好きなその同校の師ではあるんですけど、急に手を広げたりとかビクってすることがあって、ごめんなさい。悪口を言いたいわけじゃなくて、はい、圧が。
Still doing my best not to laugh, I watch as Senpai squirms in embarrassment. Despite how timid she is, she can be surprisingly blunt. I bet if she just opened up a little more, she'd get along with everyone. But in order to make that possible, I've got to get her safely out of Rigveda.
よし、行きましょう。その人格変わるのも了解です。
Why is she being so, like, friendly to Kakeru though? If you guys remember in the second game, even to Sora, she was being very not talkative, right? I don't understand why she's being so talkative to Kakeru.
もう一人の私が迷惑かけちゃったらすみません。
Either they have a good reason for this, or they really just don't want to basically show us an event where it's just her going ... for 15 minutes. Though I wouldn't mind that, I just feel like, isn't this going a bit too quick?
いえいえ、頼りにしてます、先輩。
はい。新見さんがうまくなじめるように、私も頑張ります。
3とかいいですよ。
はい。
呼び捨てでも年下ですし、俺。
呼び。
This is also a new sprite angle. Pretty nice. Though that really emphasizes her breast. My friend was also talking about how he wants to take a look at freaking Haruka's chest. God! Is that the only thing in his mind when we play these arrow games, man? Come on now, man.
新見さんは新見さんという感じなので。
Yeah, it definitely emphasizes her breast when she was in that angle.
なるほど。本当好きに呼んでくれていいので。
はい。
じゃあ行きましょう。よろしくお願いします、先輩。
はい。お願いします。
Surprised they were meeting in broad daylight, yeah, as I said though, and not at night. We get to our feet and start walking to the shrine of the White Serpent's relic. Now then, time to put on my traitor face. I need to throw away my morals and act like a true scoundrel. If I can't help the others fight the Evil Eye's user, I need to at least handle all the dangerous jobs leading up to that confrontation. I'm determined to find proof that it's Ghost. It only takes a few minutes to reach the rendezvous point. Along the way, I go over my list of objectives one more time. First, find proof that Ghost is the Evil Eye's user. Second, find out what the Evil Eye looks like. Lastly, and most importantly, make sure those two don't find out Kosaka-senpai's working with me. I'm the one who roped her into this mess. I absolutely cannot do anything that'll put her in danger. I need to make sure that if things go south, I'm the only one taking the fall.
お優しいかける様。私のことなど使い捨ててくださって構いませんのに。喜んで捨て石になりますわ。
Can you not show off your chest, please?
いや
Senpai's already switched to her other personality, and she's being quite forward. It's kinda awkward. I did say she could call me whatever she wanted, but Kakeru-sama is a bit much. Though I can't say I dislike it.
司令官さんもゴーストさんもすでに到着しているそうです。かける様、心の準備はよろしくて。
はい、大丈夫です。
Wish you actually, you know, tie up your ribbon, please. I brace myself and walk toward the shrine entrance. I've already messaged Kujo and Sora to let them know the meeting's about to start. They both told me to be careful, but that's all. Of course, I have every intention of proceeding with caution. I may have decided to trust Senpai, but that doesn't mean I should be letting my guard down. I need to think about how to adjust my course of action if they see through my plan. If I fuck up, they might kill me. What if they actually tell you to show your phone, Kakaru? Did you actually talk about this in phone? You know, the messages about how you're gonna try to betray them and whatnot? Which is why I've been doing everything. Well, most things in my power to raise the odds of success. Now, it all comes down to how well I can act. Let's do this.
かける様、
はい。
Senpai stops in front of the entrance to the shrine.
二人にはまずは私から話します。かける様はただそばに。
最初はってことですね。わかりました。
いえ、最初から最後までただ黙ってそばに。
What?
え、最後まで？
はい。私に操られているという設定なのでしょ。かける様が率先して発言してしまったら簡単に見破られてしまいますわ。
Does it not mean that this plan relies solely on you, though? Does that mean I don't even need to do anything?
ああ、なるほど。めっちゃ俺が喋る気でいました。うさんくさいですね、それ。
And I guess she's not going to force me to talk about, you know, our group's secrets?
どうか私にお任せくださいまし。うまくやってみせますわ。ですが、もし露見してしまったときはお願いいたしますわね。
I see. Okay.
そうならない方がいいんですか。
私としてはそちらの方が好ましい展開なのですが。では、行きましょう。
Senpai strides into the shrine, and I follow a little ways behind her, trying my best to look like one of her enraptured followers. This version of Senpai is so bold, it's kind of reassuring. For now, I'll let her do all the talking. I'm happy to do so if that makes it more believable that I'm being controlled. I'm getting hungry, guys. Oof.
来たか。
The two of them are standing in a rather secluded corner of the shrine grounds. Commander, Reinya Takamine looks confident, and Ghost is chewing gum with an annoyed expression on her face. Commander's voice, my friend says that it doesn't suit his like, character. I agree, it is way too deep for such a young-looking teenager. But it's Gin-chan, man. It's Gin-san. I really don't think I can dislike his voice.
ごきげんよう、司令官さん、ゴーストさん。申し訳ありません。お待たせしてしまいましたわね。
いや、時間通りだ。
前置きはいらねえ。さっさと始めようぜ。
Ghost spits her gum onto the ground and gives me a withering glare. I do as Senpai told me and just stand there silently. I try my best not to meet Ghost's gaze and look as absent-minded as possible. Unfortunately, I can't help but watch Takamine as he takes a tissue out of his pocket and scoops the wad of gum off the ground. For someone who likes playing the villain, he's surprisingly uptight. Upright.
そいつが仲間になりたいって？
少し違いますわね。仲間になりたいのではなく、仲間にしてしまいました。
どういうことか説明したい。
言葉の通りです。私、かける様のこと、とても気に入ってしまいましたの。ですから。
Senpai scoots closer to me and hugs my arm.
私の力で虜にしちゃいましたの。
She flashes Commander and Ghost a playful grin. I can feel her boots pressing against me. Man, this is not the time to be thinking about this kind of crap. I need to focus, but my stupid virgin brain keeps getting distracted. Whatever,
な
Kakaru.
るほど。君の苦靴にした。 ということか。
くぐつなんてそんな言い方しないでくださいまし。ただ心を通い合わせただけですわ。
それはすまない。謝罪しよう。
とにかく私決めましたの。この方を仲間にしますわ。よろしくて司令官。
Commander puts his hand on his chin and narrows his eyes, scrutinizing me. It's probably not a good idea to let him see into my eyes. He might figure out we're lying.
彼に力を使ったこと、すでにバルハラソサイエティは察知しているか。
彼と思いが通じ合ったのはつい先ほどですから。
なるほど。ではまだ知られてはいないということだ。
でしょうね。
おそらく彼はバルハラソサイエティの中心となる人物。よくやったエンプレス。もはや敵ではない。
God, come on, Gin-san. Why are you so chuny, man?
エンプレス。早速彼からバルハラソサイエティの内部情報を聞き出してくれた。
Listen to how he actually calls her Empress, dude. I wanna hear it again.
エンプレス。早速彼からバルハラソサイエティの内部情報を聞き出してくれたまえ。
You put so much emphasis on the S's.
嫌ですわ。
Yeah, that's actually what I thought that she would have done. Like, I for sure know that he probably wanted us to reveal secrets about the Valhalla Society or our group.
何？
彼を利用するために力を使ったわけではありませんもの。
エンプレス。わがままを言うのはよしたまえ。
I was holding my laugh there, holy shit.
戦争中なのだぞ。我々リグベータとバルハラソサイエティとの。
興味ありませんわ、そんなの。
まったく奔放なのは結構だが、少々君はリグベータのメンバーとしての自覚が。
おい、
Ghost suddenly interrupts Sakamine, an irritated frown on her face.
もう一度聞きたいんだが、
なんでしょう。
そいつに力を使ったんだな。嘘だな。
Oh, sorry, Senpai and I gulp. I was actually muting my mic there. She's not just suspicious. No, she's sure of her deduction. She totally knows.
お前に操られている連中見たことあるぜ。正気がねえくせにニヤニヤして気持ち悪いったらありゃしねえ。こいつはちげえな。目つきがまるでちげえ。お前はこいつに力なんて使っちゃいない。
言いがかりはよしてくださいまし。私はかける様を。
いえ、先輩、ありがとうございます。もう大丈夫です。
かける様。
Senpai gives me a startled look, and Ghost scoffs at us.
つまんねえ小芝居しやがって。何が目的だ。
わかった。そう敵意を向けないでくれ。素直に話す。
I gently disentangle my arm from Senpai's grasp and raise my hands in surrender. My life is riding on how well I can convince these guys I've changed my mind about them. Fortunately, I prepared for a scenario like this. Time for plan B. One way or another, I need to trick these two into believing I'm on their side.
かける様。
先輩、すみません。俺が臆病なばかりに嘘をつかせてしまって。
いえ、そんな。
ゴーストの言った通りだ。俺は先輩の能力にかけられちゃいない。
あっさり認めやがった。張り合いのねえやつ。俺らを騙してタダで済むと思ってんのか。あ？
待ってくれ。話を聞いてくれ。
聞いてやる必要なんざ。
まあ待てゴースト。臆病と言ったらどういう意味だ。
Okay,
なぜ彼女に嘘をつかせた。
Ghost is probably not gonna take our shit, but because Renya is actually into this role-playing shit, he's probably intrigued about what the hell we want.
その通りの意味だよ。恥ずかしかったんだ。
何？
恥ずかしかったんだよ。なんつうか動機が不純つうか単純つうか。
Hook, line, and sinker, I think he's gonna fall for it. Fucking Renya.
不純だと。
そうだ。だからお前たちに知られたくなかった。本当のこと。
君がスパイだということがか？
ちげえよ。俺は先輩に惚れたんだ。
What? Huh? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? It feels like time slowed to a crawl. What is going on? Both Ghost, who hasn't visibly shown any emotion other than irritation this whole time, and Takamine, who's been keeping up his chuny persona, look absolutely floored. This was probably the last thing either one of them was expecting. Which is why I chose this particular story. You forgot a full stop there. What? To go with if they call their bluff. Okay, there we go. I guess there wasn't need it doesn't need a full stop there. Some crappy excuse would probably just make me look more suspicious. But what about the crappiest excuse possible? It's so lame they might just believe it. After all, no one would expect an excuse this dumb to be a lie. Basically, the more ridiculous and unbelievable my lie, the more likely they are to believe it. I'm not crafty enough to come up with a good alibi, but I might be able to fool them with one that's so bad it's good. I just hope this plan works. Fortunately, even if they don't completely believe me yet, their bewilderment has bought me some time. I just have to sell my story before they get over their shock.
ほらな、そういう反応になるだろ。だから言いたくなかったんだよ。この際だから全部ぶっちゃけるがな。リグベーダの理想とかどうでもいい。全く興味がない。いや違うな、素直に話す。嫌いだ。人殺しを容認なんてできないからな。俺には全く賛同できない。でもお前たちの仲間になれば先輩と一緒にいられる時間が増えるだろ。それだけだ。なんかおかしいかよ。
This is so dumb, it might actually work. He's some sort of pseudo genius. What the hell is this?
いいえ、何もおかしくありませんわ。
Senpai grabs onto my arm again. Of course, she knows I'm putting on an act. I felt bad about telling such a stupid lie, especially since it involves her. So I got her permission to go with this plan if they found out I wasn't actually under her control. I even asked her if it'd be okay to say we're dating if necessary. The plan had been to put it on this ridiculous charade by myself, and I told Senpai all she had to do was stand back and watch. But it seems like she wants to play along to make it more believable. Man, is this really the best thing I could come up with? I'm really sorry you have to go along with such an idiotic strategy, Senpai.
私から提案しましたの。私の力に操られたということにしましょうと。私も気持ちは同じ。ですが、素直に明かしても受け入れてもらえないことは分かっていました。
What is this?
だって、あなた方はバカになさるでしょ。私どもの愛を。
いや、バカにはしないが。
あら、ゴーストさんはそうではないご様子ですが。
ああ、バカにしてるよ。そんな理由で仲間を裏切るか普通。
ひどいですわね。そんな理由だなんて。
惚れた女のそばにいたい。至極真っ当な理由だろうが、何もおかしくない。
I personally don't think so, but okay. Okay. I mean, some dumb people would probably do stuff like that. I personally wouldn't, as I said. Well, depends on how much I actually love the person, of course. But my rational brain is telling me I wouldn't do so.
魔性の女に狂った男。わからないでもない
理解できるほどの経験ねえだろてめえは。
経験はなくとも知識はある。人の歴史にその事実が刻まれているのだからな。だからわかる。わかるか。一つ聞きたい。
なんだ。
彼女のどこに惚れた？
What?
どこって。
Crap, I wasn't expecting that. But I can't take too much time to think. I've gotta keep talking.
言えないのか？
一目惚れなんだ。言葉にするのが難しい。ただ、強いて言うなら。
ああ、聞かせてくれ。
まず、見た目が好みだ。
Yes, that's fair, that's true. He's evaluating you?
性格も、本人を前にして言うのは恥ずかしいな。
聞かせてくださいまし、かける様。
はい。優しいし、普段のおどおどしてる時は守ってあげたくなるし。こっちの性格も包容力がある。それに、そう胸がでかい。
Why do I have a feeling that's gonna be like what he says?
ほう。
What is this story?
あらあら、かける様ったら。
Senpai's laughing it off, but I totally fucked up there, didn't I? I suddenly break out in a cold sweat. I know it's hard to stop yourself when you're just spouting off whatever comes to mind. That was really rude. Hell, it was just straight up sexual harassment. But now that I've crossed the line, I have to take it all the way. It's time to go full dumbass mode.
そうだ。俺は先輩の胸に惚れた。
マジかよ。何言ってんだこいつ。
胸ときたか。ちなみに。
おい、お前も話広げようとすんな。
What is going on, man?
いや、聞かせてくれ。君の仲間、九条宮子女子もなかなかのサイズだったように見受けられたが、彼女ではダメなのか？
Oh my god, Rainya.
そうだな。確かに九条もでかい。背が小さいから余計にでかく見える。でもな。
These guys are idiots! I can't believe it. We're actually talking in the same wavelength.
先輩の方がでけえんだよ。
I'm sorry, Kujo. Please don't hate me. I absolutely cannot let her ever find out I said these things. Really though, I'm super sorry. I won't ever be able to tell you why I'm sorry, but please believe that I'm being sincere. Also, I'm really sorry that you have to hear me spew all this vulgar crap, senpai. But it's too late to go back now, so please don't stop me.
今までは確かに九条が気になっていた。だがな、先輩と出会っちまったんだよ。そうなると話は違ってくる。違ってくるんだよ。
Well, you know, for all we know, Kake was actually talking to his soul, to his inner soul. He was being very creepy about liking Kujo in the first game, so this might actually be true for all we know.
俺は一番胸のでかい女のそばにいたい、そういう男だ。俺は先輩の胸のために九条や妹を裏切る。
What is this? High School DxD? What is this?
ためらいや後悔などみじんもない。
かける様、素敵ですわ。
Like hell it was. Though I appreciate you backing me up here, senpai. Plus, by throwing away my pride, it looks like I managed to fool these two. I'm pretty sure no one would expect a spy to sink this low just to keep their cover from being blown. I bet you two are totally fine with me joining now, huh? What is wrong with you?
君の名は
Yeah. Am I your kindred spirit, Renya? Is that what you're gonna call me now?
かける。新見かけるだ。
新見かける。
Commander scowls angrily at me as he approaches us. What's going on? Shit, did I mess up? He grasps my left hand. Wait, hang on. Is this a handshake?
君と仲良くなれそうだ。
This is so dumb. What is this story, dude? What do they want to do with this story? I'm so confused. Ghost looks utterly nonplussed. Honestly, I'm a little shocked and kind of worried myself. I mean, this is the development I was hoping for, but I figured these two would be disgusted with me after I started going off about how much I love tits. I guess dialing the dumbass meter up to 11 actually works.
君を歓迎しよう。リグベーダへようこそ。
マジかよ。おい司令官さんよ、てめえ正気か。信じたのかよ、あんなクソみたいな話をよ。
ショックン、私は貧乳が好きだ。
For people that don't know, DFC stands for Delicious Flat Chest. How do I know that? Because I myself am a DFC fan, Renya. We are such degenerates. What is going on, man?
離乳が好きだ。ツルペタが好きだ。洗濯板が好きだ。72センチが好きだ。無乳が好きだ。まな板が好きだ。女性の胸部に存在するありとあらゆる貧乳が好きだ。
You know, Renya, I forgot that your voice actor actually voiced Inoue Jun in Magikoi, and he was a fucking lolicon. Oh, dear God.
おい待て、突然なんだよ、気持ち悪いぞお前。
その点では彼とは趣味が合わない。しかし
Commander lets go of my hand and twirls around, spreading his arms wide.
渋さに注ぐその情熱に、熱意、潔さに私は感服した。感動した。逆に問おう、ゴースト。これほどまでに真摯に赤裸々に己が欲望をぶちまけた彼のどこを疑おうというのだ。いや、疑う余地などない。彼はもう我々の同志だ。
Yes, of course you're gonna call me your kindred spirit. What did I say?
渋さのもとに我々は一つとなるのだ。
This is so stupid. Ghost, why did you join up with this guy in the first place? I gotta understand your reasoning, Ghost.
こいつ思った以上にアホだ。
貧乳ということは司令官さんの好みはゴーストさんということですわね。
気持ち悪いこと言うんじゃねえ、殺すぞ。
あら怖い。
Thanks to my ridiculous monologue, it seems like the situation has been resolved. Well, if not peacefully, at least without bloodshed. At the very least, no one's on edge now. It looks like I managed to fool Takamine, so I doubt they'll kick me out. But Ghost is still suspicious. She's definitely a lot sharper than Takamine. I need some kind of trump card that'll dispel even her skepticism.
改めて歓迎しよう。ようこそリグベータへ。
これからよろしく。
ああ、まずは君のコードネームを考えなくては。
コードネーム？
その通り。君にふさわしい名を。
そんなもの考える必要はない。
Oh shit. I can sense someone staring daggers at my back. Turning around, I see. Well, she doesn't know that we're doing this to fool them, so yeah. The leader of the Valhalla Society. Noah Yuki. God, this chapter is gonna be so fucking idiotic, isn't it?
ほう、君か。彼を連れ戻しに来たというわけ。
She's gonna actually think we were not talking bullshit, isn't she?
いいえ
She slowly closes her eyes. When she opens them again, her left eye is glowing with the stigma that all artifact users bear.
裏切り者の始末に
何？
待てユキ。
全て見ていた問答無用 G オーダーアクティブ
待て、俺の話を。
パニッシュメント
What the? I can't move.
かける様あなたかける様に何を拘束しただけ罰するのはこれから罪状は言うまでもないわねその罪身をもってあがなうがいい
Well, this at least makes it believable that we're not a spy.
待て。
Takeru, shut up.
問答無用と言ったアカシックレコードアクセス
何？アカシックレコー
我招く無因の勝劣に慈悲なくあまねく役を逃れる術もなし
ド。まさかこれは。
Takamine looks shaken. Is Noah chanting some kind of spell? Does she have to do that to activate her powers? Wait, is she seriously intending to...
かける様立てまして仕方ありませんわね彼女は私がかける様何時その封印なる封印の中で暗殺を見るとわに儚く
Is she actually going to read our memories or what?
やはりこれは極大魔法の栄唱か。
Or is she really just role-playing right now?
我は命ず汝悠久の時陽凶の参加をコンダクタルマナコで見続けよあなたの顔も見飽きたわ奥義
みんな逃げろ。
ファイナリティ
くだらね
Ghost shoots out something that grazes Noah, interrupting her incantation. She then takes a few steps toward us.
たくてめえらの中二ごっこ遊びに付き合うのはうんざりだぜユーザーはこんなのばっかりなのかあやるってんならさっさとやれよさあ来いよさあやろうぜユーザー同士のバトルだ
私の目的はその裏切り者の始末今あなたたちと刃を交えるつもりはない
ひよってんじゃねえよもうてめえは俺たちにも喧嘩を売っちまってんだよ
ゴーストの言う通りだ。彼はもうリグベーダの一員。見捨てることはできん。彼へ刃を向けるというのならリグベーダの総力を挙げて受けて立とう。
かける様お怪我はございませんか
あ、はい。ありがとうございます。大丈夫です。
許しがたいですわね暴力は嫌いですがかける様を害するというのならば私も黙ってはいられませんわ
ユキ、悪いが俺はそっちには戻らない。俺にはもう関わらないでくれ。
多勢に無勢引かせてもらう新見かけるバルハラソサイエティを裏切った罪必ずあがなってもらう
おいこのまま逃がすと思ってんのかよ
ええ思っているわ G オーダーアクティブ
バルキュリアよ、教えてやる。 魔王からは逃げられ。
懺悔しないと。
Suddenly, my surroundings go dark. It doesn't last long, only a few seconds or so. But by the time everything returns to normal... Well, Noah's act definitely made us a lot more believable, so... I don't think she actually knows. But those two might actually fill in on the details about us after this. Noah's nowhere to be seen.
一体どういうことだ今のは。
3分だ。
何？
3分間。俺たちは間抜け面でぼーっと突っ立ってたんだよ。
Wow, really? That's a long time. That's fucking OP.
なんだと。彼女に時を止められたとでも言うのか。
そこが知れねえな、あの女。面白えじゃねえか。
No wonder she's actually very confident about her abilities. But what the hell was that power that made us not being able to move though? Did she took a bit of our time but not all of it? I don't know. Ghost seems awfully happy about this turn of events. Did Noah really stop time? Might not be. So not only can she stop people in their tracks, she can even stop time itself. There's certainly a lot more to her power than meets the eye. No wonder she's so confident in her abilities.
バルハラソサイエティ。相手にとって不足なしといったところか。全員無事だな。
もちろんです。かける様、本当にお怪我はありませんか？
Sorry about that, Ginsan.
はい、大丈夫です。攻撃はされなかったので。
まさかあれほど反対していたゴーストが彼をかばうとはな。
ああ、何言ってんだてめえ。
He's not wrong.
彼も我々の仲間ということでいいんだな。
知らねえよ。勝手にしろ。
了承と受け取ろう。
いいのか？
仮にてめえが何か企んでいたとしても、全く障害にならねえ雑魚だってことが分かった。
Well, she's telling the same thing as the other route.
勝手にしろよ。敵とも味方とも思わねえ。雑魚に興味はね
分かった。勝手にする。助けてくれてありがとな。
気持ち悪い。
With that, Ghost socks off. Well, we do have Ginsan's approval, though. At the very least, even if she wants to kill us, Ginsan might be able to at least buy us some time, somewhat. I'm gonna call Commander Ginsan from here on out, guys. Even if she doesn't trust me, it looks like she's at least willing to let me into Rigveda.
まったく素直じゃない。私も行くとしよう。君のコードネームはまた後日考えようじゃないか。
ああ、分かった。ああ、いや、そういえば3年でしたよね。タメ語ですみません。
気にするな。我らはもう同志なのだから。では、さらばだ。
Ginsan flashes me a winsome smile and walks away. I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm gonna call you Ginsan, okay? I stare is retreating back until he's out of sight. I breathe a sigh of relief.
先輩、ありがとうございます。なんとかうまくいきました。
いいえ、お力になれたのなら何よりですわ。
潜入はひとまず成功って感じですね。あとはどう証拠をつかむか。作戦を練らないと。
今日はゆっくりと休まれては大変な一日でしたし。
ああ、そうですね。今日は本当にありがとうございました。駅まで送ります。
ありがとうございます。ですが、それは少々まずいですわね。
まずい。
Smiling, Senpai latches onto my arm. She pushes her boobs against me without hesitation. enjoying my flustered reaction.
司令官さんはともかくゴーストさんはとても鋭い方です。念には念を入れた方がよろしいかと。
念にはですか。
はい、あんな嘘をついてしまったのですから、恋人らしく振る舞いませんと。
ああ、なるほど。
つまりデートのお誘いですわ。もう少しだけ二人の時間を楽しみましょう。
Isn't this like going a bit too fast? What the?
ああ、はい。あ、飯をおごります。一緒にどうですか。
まあぜひ。どうせならかける様のお家で。
Whoa, that's a bit too quick though.
俺んちで。
ええ、お店では二人きりになれませんもの。
There is something wrong with this other personality of Haruka's, man. I feel like she always wants to be alone with a guy. There's something wrong with her.
なるほど。なるほど。
さあさあ、行きましょう。
はい。
Senpai tugs on my arm, dragging me out of the shrine. I can't afford to relax just yet, but I've managed to make it into Rig Veda at least. Senpai is right. I should take it easy for the rest of the day and plan for the steps ahead. The real hard part's yet to come. We buy hamburgers from the station on our way back, then head to my place.
どうぞ入ってください。
お邪魔します。
Okay, at least you're in this personality now.
適当に座ってください。
はい。
Trembling, Senpai sits down next to the table. Right after Gin-san and Ghost left, Senpai switched back to her original personality.
すみません。
She let go of me pretty quickly too. From that point on, she kept her distance. She was a nervous wreck the whole time we were walking to the fast food place, and didn't relax on the way home. If she'd been in her Empress persona, I probably could have held the conversation for more than a few seconds. But Senpai's nervousness was infectious, and I felt too awkward to say anything. It's been a little over a year since I started going to Hakusen Academy. For the most part, my school life has been pretty uneventful, but suddenly I've been spending a lot of time alone with girls. Just this past week, I've had Kujo, Sora, and now Kosaka senpai come over to my place. Actually, I guess Sora doesn't count as a girl, so strike her off the list. I don't know, in that last route, you were kind of banging her, Kakaru. Pretty happily, too. Anyway, the point is, this is way too much excitement for a virgin like me.
夕食にはちょっと早いですけど、温かいうちに食べましょうか。
はい、そうですね。
I sit down across from Senpai and start taking our hamburgers and potato chips and drinks out of the bag. My mind's still in a daze. First, I spent all afternoon terrified that my cover would get blown, and now I've got a girl in my room. I need to be careful not to do anything that makes Senpai uncomfortable.
じゃあ、そうだ。食べる前にちょっと電話いいですか？
Sophie? Kujo? Sora?
はい、どうぞ。
先に食べててください。
いえ、待ってます。
すみません。すぐ終わると思うんで。
I take my phone out of my pocket and hit the call button. The dial tone lasts only for only a few seconds before she picks up.
無事潜入できたよね。
Oh, she was helping? Okay.
ありがとう。本当に助かった。
A not very angry Noah is on the other end of the line. I actually thought they didn't inform her. Of course, I wasn't expecting her to actually be angry, considering we worked together to concoct that little charade ahead of time. The idea was if things went south, she'd jump in to save my hide. And if things looked like they were going well, she'd show up to call me a traitor and rough me up a little to make the deception more convincing. Wait, so is the time stop No, not the time stop might be real, but we might have been faking, weren't we? That way, if I fucked up, I wouldn't get killed, and if I succeeded, Rigveda would firmly believe I betrayed my friends. At first, I was worried I was laying it on too thick, and Noah herself wasn't too keen on playing the part. But in the end, it worked out in our favor. Honestly, if I was really trying to be careful, I should have asked Kujo and Sora to hide somewhere nearby too, but seeing as Sora's stealth abilities don't work on ghosts, it would have been risky to bring too many people as backup. However, Noah showed up out of the blue last time too, so I figured she wouldn't arouse suspicion even if Ghost or Ginsan noticed she was there too early. And as expected, she performed her role perfectly.
勇気のおかげでなんとかなった。ほんと、ありがとな。
一つ釘を刺しておく。私の言動に嘘はない。
あ
分かっていないよね。私は本気であなたを罰するつもりだ。
I did notice this, but she's actually pouting there. Okay, Noah.
えなんで
昨日も散々言ったけれど、私は嘘が嫌い。たとえ正義のためであろうと、人を騙す行いを許すことはできない。あなたはバルハラソサエティの正義を裏切った。それは覆しようのない事実。
I guess that's true?
適当に痛めつけてくれって頼みだったが。
適当で終わるはずがない。止めてもらえてよかったわね。
Okay, so the body slap was actually real then. I thought we were acting. She's starting to scare me.
もっとも、あの場で本気で罰を下すつもりだったわけでもないけれど。
やっぱあの呪文ってわざとか時間稼ぎっていうかわざと止めさせようとしていたんだよ
な。何の話？
違うと分かった。なるほど。
I mean, duh, of course it's not on purpose, Kakeru. Does that mean she actually needs that stupidly long chant? To activate her powers? It might actually be true, who knows? But when she was running away, she didn't chant at all though, right? Nah, there's no way. It's gotta be part of her Chuny act.
まだ罰を下していないのは情状酌量の余地があるから。あなたの気持ちも理解はできる。どんな手を使っても石化事件の犯人を捕まえる。けれどバルハラソサエティの正義が揺るぐことはあってはならない。
I guess the reason why she didn't want to punish us in the Sora timeline is because she forgot about us.
いずれ相応の罰を受けてもらう。
ちなみにどんな罰になるんでしょうか。
そうね。メンバー全員にパフェでもおごってもらおうかしら。
そんなのでいいの？
お望みなら存分に痛めつけるけれど。
パフェでお願いします。
ええ。本当は助けに行くつもりはなかったの。嘘に加担したくないから。けれど九条さんとそれから空からも連絡が来た。あなた二人に心配をかけていること、夢忘れないことね。
分かった。
それと心までリグベーダの闇に染まってしまったその時は。
大丈夫だ、そうはならない。だがそんなもしもがあったら容赦しないでくれ。
ええ。それともう一つ。極大魔法の詠唱ずっとしたかったの。その機会を与えてくれたこと感謝しているわ。
No problem, I guess. I knew it. You really don't need that long-ass chant to activate your powers.
せいぜいボロは出さないように。次は助けてあげられないから。
分かってる。慎重にやる。
ええ。
Let's eat, Kakeru. I'm also pretty hungry. With that, she hangs up on me. Noah's too principled to fully endorse my methods, but it looks like she's willing to cooperate a little at least. Now, I just have to make sure I do things right. One way or another, I need to get proof of my claims.
すみません、お待たせしました。
いえ、やっぱりグハオ女学院の人も仕込みだったんですね。
すみません、事前に話しておかなくて。
いえ、知っていたら不自然な反応しちゃったかもしれないし、それに新見さんの目を見て分かりました。余計なことしちゃいけないんだなって。
ありがとうございます。さしてくれて。
いえ、そんな
Blushing, Senpai looks away.
もし計画のうちなら台無しにしちゃいけないと思って。あの時そう判断したのはもう一人の私なんですけど、きっと何か考えがあるはずだから信じようって。
ありがとうございます。信じてくれて。
いえ、そんな
まあ、考えって言っても綱渡りでしたけどね。あんまり頭良くないんで、あれが限界でした。
うまくいったので、あれで良かったんだと思います。
ありがとうございます。食べましょうか。
はい、いただきます。
いただきます。
I pick up my lukewarm hamburger and take a bite. We both eat in silence. There's still a mountain of things I want to ask regarding Rig Veda, but I think we've discussed them enough for one day. I wonder what else we can talk about. Come to think of it, I know next to nothing about Senpai. What kinds of food does she like? What hobbies does she have? Those feel like such template icebreaker questions to ask though. Dang it, I can't think of anything good to say. I'm too tired for this shit. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people actually can't pinpoint what food they like. And what was the other one? What hobbies they have, yeah. Like, I hang out with a lot of people that are older than me, and if you ask them some, like, you know, easy stuff like what foods do they like or what hobbies do they have, they actually have a hard time thinking about it. Like my brother especially, he doesn't even know what hobbies he likes. Kinda sad to hear that, you know? Well, I guess he likes making money, but can you really say that's a hobby?
いや、そうだ。思いつきでおごるとか言っちゃいましたけど、大丈夫でした。
大丈夫？ハンバーガーは好きです。
いや、そうじゃなくて、夕飯家帰ったらあるよなって今更ですけど。
大丈夫です。お母さんにはもう連絡してありますし。
Just the mom? Not parents.
そっか、よかった。先輩断るの苦手そうだからちょっと気になって。無理なことは無理って言ってくださいね。
I'm really thinking about like how someone can grow up with the situation that Haruka is having right now, and she might have been tried to get, you know, sexually assaulted when she was little. Might have been even be by the dad. I don't know. Like, it just feels like that might be plausible, right? But the fact that her other personality really likes Kakeru doesn't make sense though.
この状況、もう一人の先輩なら余裕そうですけど、今の先輩にはちょっと辛いのかなって。
Maybe I'm thinking too deeply into this. Who knows?
大丈夫です。本当に今緊張はしてますけど、男の子は苦手なんですけど、新見さんはとても優しい方なので。
しい。いや、
潜入しようって決めたの。私に危ないことさせないようにって。
ああ、そうですね。裏切ったら先輩も狙われるでしょうし。
私嬉しかったです。心配してもらえて。
あ、いや、石化事件の犯人を探したいっていうのはこっちの都合ですから、先輩を巻き込むわけには。いや、もう巻き込みまくってんな。
いえ、すごく配慮してくださってますし、妹さんのことも他の方のことも心配しているんだなって伝わってきて、新見さんのこと怖くないです。大丈夫です。
そう言ってもらえると安心します。なんか何回も言わせちゃってすみません。
いえ、今も緊張してるけど、ちょっと楽しくて、お友達と一緒にご飯食べたことなくて、あと男の子の部屋にも来たことなくて、初めてばっかりで妄想がはかど。今の違います。すみません。とにかくはい、新見さんは優しい方なので、はい、大丈夫です。
先輩こそ
はい、
優しいですね。
いえ、そんな。
くそ、恋人のふりか。
What the fuck, Kakeru?
俺、ふりなんかじゃ満足できなくなっちまうかも。
What the fuck is going on?
先輩、
Are we charmed?
門限とかありますか？
What is this game?
門限、いえ、
I hate this music. Why is this playing like at the first episode?
今日泊まっていきませんか？俺、もっと先輩と一緒にいたいです。
Kakeru, you better be like charmed or something, right? You're not in your right mind.
一緒。
What is that face?
いえ、止まりまし。
What the fuck is going on? Is she like delusional right now? Is this just a joke game? Is this a joke chapter?
お風呂ありがとうございました。
ごめん先輩、着替えそんなのしかなくて。
いえ、大丈夫です。はい。
じゃあ先輩、
はい。
もう遅いし寝ようか。
What?
はい。
I'm so confused about what the hell just happened.
俺、寝袋で寝るから、先輩はベッドに。大丈夫、慣れてるから。
いえ、なんでもないです。
Why the hell did she even agree to this?
明かり消すよ。
はい。
おやすみ先輩。
おやすみなさい。
先輩、
はい。
What is going on, dude? How is this happening so quick? Patreon.com Azaikyousuke. See ya, YouTube. Oh, wow. Okay. I see. She's using the thing. She's using the thing. The stigma is actually showing, glowing on her chest right now. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this going so quick? We must be infatuated, right? Okay, but yeah, I'll see you guys later, YouTube. What the fuck?
ごめん先輩。俺も我慢できない。そんな切なそうな顔されたら
ニミさん、
先輩が悪いんだ。
ごめんなさい。
Realize that this is your doing, Haruka. What the fuck?
そうやってすぐ謝るからいじめたくなる。先輩、いや、はるか。
はい。
はるかはもう俺のもんだ。もう俺以外に謝ったりするんじゃねえぞ。
What is this shit, dude?
はるか。
Are we actually gonna have sex with her because of this thing? That'd make things so awkward though after this.
はるか。
The crazy thing is that she's not going to her other personality. Takeru, you better stop. She's kind of hyperventilating.
はるか、いいよな。目閉じて。
I feel a light impact on my chest. In an instant, the fog that had clouded my brain clears up, and a wave of shame washes over me. What the hell was I doing?
すみません。なんか俺おかしなこと。
違うんです。私のせいなんです。私の力のせいなんです。
力。あ。
But how the hell did you do it though? It felt like in the other routes, Kakeru always felt that something was trying to take over his mind. What? I guess we'll see what her power is. So that's what happened.
すみません。俺先輩に魅了されて。違うんです。
魅了なんかじゃないんです。
え、魅了じゃない。
Then why was I acting like I was starring in a cheesy porno? The only other thing I can think of is, well, I was definitely glancing over at Senpai's boobs a lot. And the thought of groping them definitely crossed my mind more than once. So maybe the reason I got so aggressive was...
もしかして先輩の能力って他人の欲望を増幅するとか そんな感じだったりします？
But does that mean that other people's, like, all of the guys just want to just want to touch her boobs? Just because they're the biggest? Is that what's going on? Is that what's on the brain of, like, male teenagers? All of the male teenagers? God, you guys are dumb.
違います。
Oh, okay.
ミミさんじゃないです。
Is it your fantasies then?
俺のじゃない。
私のです。
私の。
私の欲望なんです。
So her other self wants a lot of those other guys then?
他人じゃないです。私の欲望を現実にしちゃう力なんです。
That's pretty OP then, isn't it?
ってことは。
全部私の妄想です。ミミさんがおかしくなったのは私の妄想のせいなんです。
妄想。
ごめんなさい。本当にごめんなさい。
Don't worry, I really thought they were gonna switch this up and have an H scene this early in the game. Okay, Haruka. Okay. Noted. Senpai covers her beet red face with her hands. She's talking way faster than usual. So, hang on. Did this happen because of Senpai's fantasies? Does that mean she wanted me to do something like that to her? Senpai? Is this your fetish? I don't know. Is this really your fetish, Senpai?
ごめんなさい。
Senpai starts squirming uncomfortably. It's like she read my mind, even though that's probably not the actual reason she's being so apologetic. She looks really hot, rolling around in my bed with her shirt half unbuttoned. Wait, this isn't the time to be staring.
先輩、落ち着いてください。
Okay, so yeah, you guys on YouTube didn't miss much. You guys just missed, like, you know, Kakeru just groping her. That's about it.
落ち着けないです。
いや、まあそうですよね。でも俺どきます。すみません。
I finally remembered that I'm still straddling her and hurriedly get off the bed. I also pull the covers over Senpai so I don't get tempted. While I'm at it, I turn the lights back on too. Damn, I didn't notice before, but I'm covered in sweat. Thank God I stopped when I did. No, really, I'm glad Senpai stopped me. I mean it! I'm not secretly wishing she'd kept controlling me until we went all the way or anything. Sure, Kakeru, sure. Who am I even trying to make excuses for here?
本当にごめんなさい。
Senpai pokes her head out of the covers, but she doesn't meet my gaze. In fact, she's doing her best to look anywhere but in my direction.
まだ力がうまく使えないせいで、その妄想が垂れ流しにごめんなさい。
妄想が現実になってしまう。
はい。
Isn't that like OP then?
それってつまり考えたことが現実になるってことですか？
そうです。はい。
すごい力じゃないですか。
Yeah, that's OP.
でもろくなことに使えてないので妄想ばっかりで。
朝野も先輩の妄想ってことですか？
違うんです。
Senpai shoots out of bed, and this time she meets my gaze.
本当にあれは違うんです。
You sure about that?
いや、俺もなんかすみません。デリカシーのない言い方を。
そうじゃないんです。あれは確かに思いました。思っちゃいました。力に目覚めた時、この力があれば漫画みたいにモテたりできるのかなって。でもちょっと思っただけなんです。本当にそうなりたかったわけじゃないんです。
Okay.
それなのに 力がうまく使えないせいで勝手にあんな状況になっちゃったり、それともう一人の私がそうしたいって勘違いしてて勝手に力を使ったり。
I thought that your other self knows what the hell you're thinking too, though, so...
つまり違うんです。確かに私妄想癖があって性欲も強いですが、
性欲。
性欲も人一倍強いですが。
先輩大丈夫です。そこ強調しなくて大丈夫です。
What about my scenario about you being assaulted as a kid? Why do you not like guys then? Is it just because you don't have any experience talking to guys?
たくさんの男子に好かれたいわけじゃないんです。誰でもいいわけでもないんです。
Is that really it?
それだけは誤解しないでほしいんです。
I guess the game just doesn't want to go to the dark route, guys.
私はたった一人の王子様と。
王子様。
I think OG should be Prince there. Senpai covers her face and flops back down onto the bed. She's lying so still that I'm getting a little worried. This girl sure gets flustered easily. Honestly, I want to ask her more about the specifics of her power, but it's probably better to save that for tomorrow. The mood's gotten really awkward now. Plus, I'm feeling embarrassed too.
俺泊まっていってくれなんて言っちゃいましたけど。
I glance over at the clock. It's a little past 7 p.m. Wait, 7 p.m.? What the hell did I suggest we go to bed this freaking early? Wait, no, that was probably Senpai's power at work. Her delusions made me do that. Now that I think about it, Senpai's thoughts are probably a mess right now, huh? She's probably wishing she could crawl in a hole and die.
先輩、今日はもう帰りますよね。先輩？
泊まってもいいですか？
え？
ダメですか？
いや、むしろ先輩がいいんですか？
I guess this girl is definitely a lot more perverted than we thought.
お母さんに友達の家に泊まるって言っちゃったんです。
I guess the reason why she never forgot about Kakeru and Sora's route is because her power was just way more powerful than Sora's, so it didn't affect her.
はい。
私、友達がいないので、お母さんとても喜んでて、今さら帰れないです。
なるほど。
泊まってもいいですか？
そういうことならどうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
You have a different school uniform though for tomorrow?
ならせめて着替えましょう。ありますし、他にもちゃんとした服ありますし、スウェットとかジャージとか。
このままでもいいですか？男の子の部屋でこういう服着るの憧れだったんです。二度とこんな機会ないかもしれないので。
なるほど。なるほど。
What?
いいですか？
はい。どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
I guess we're still under her control a tiny bit, Kakeru.
すみません。力を使いすぎたのか、すごく眠くて。
はい。おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさ
い。一瞬で寝たな。
I get up and pull the covers over Senpai again, then head to the kitchen. If I stay in the same room as her, it'll be hard to control my urges. I grab a water bottle out of the fridge and take a few gulps. Alright, let's process what we learned today. Senpai's powers lets her turn her fantasies. Actually, for the sake of her dignity, let's rephrase that. Senpai's power lets her manifest her thoughts into reality. Charming people is just one facet of that power. Or rather, it's the means by which she's been making her ideas influence the real world. Which means that in order to materialize her thoughts, her artifact can probably exhibit a number of different powers. Is that second personality of hers something that she created with her power? Or has it always been there? I think it's always been there? Because as I said, she probably has used the username Queen of Eden even before she got her personality, right? Or even before she got her powers, sorry. It's too soon to tell, but even taking into account the fact that she can't control it that well, Senpai's ability is insanely strong. Anything she imagines will become reality. Her power can control other people to create that reality for her. That's basically invincible. All Senpai has to do is wish for it, and the Evil Eye's user will wish for it. Please don't show me the CG again. I'm gonna have to censor this for YouTube. Senpai wished for that development back there. She wanted to be assaulted by me. If she hadn't woken up from her delusions, we probably would have gone all the way. I shake my head, chasing impure thoughts from my brain. At any rate, thank God we brought Senpai over to our side. If she ended up being our enemy, we'd be screwed. All she'd have to do is manipulate us with her imagination and... She said she wouldn't want to do it with just anyone. That she wanted her knight in shining armor. But in her fantasies, she was willing to do it with me. So does that mean she sees me as her knight in shining armor? I don't think I've ever done anything particularly impressive to earn her trust, but... Wait, hang on. Am I interpreting this correctly? Does Senpai like me? Well, she did say she wanted to stay over at my place. There's no way she'd say that if she didn't like me at least a little. Kakeru, your brain is going on overdrive on the wrong... on the wrong path. I'm having a hard time organizing my thoughts because I keep getting distracted like this. Though I'm amazed Senpai can just fall asleep in a boy's room like this. She even said she preferred keeping my shirt on instead of changing into something more modest. Despite how shy she is, she's more bold than she looks. To be honest, I'm having a hard time getting a handle on her personality. Stop with this stupid CJ! I can still remember how soft her boobs felt. If I close my eyes, that sensation comes back to me. I do my best to imprint that memory onto my brain forever. I'll worry about stuff like Senpai's power in our next course of action later. Right now, I need to focus on crystallizing that soft, squishy sensation so I can never forget. God, this guy! I absolutely can't forget it. Never ever. Kakeru, why are you the main protagonist, dude? You're killing me, man. Alright, I think this is gonna be where I call it an episode, guys. What a ridiculous first episode. Yes, we will save Haruka. God. I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. It was a lot more comedic than I thought it would be, and the comedy was actually really nice. So yeah, I still have no idea what this new route is gonna tell us. We're probably gonna get more development about Yoichi and also the other worlder. But man, I definitely laughed a lot in this route, in this chapter, and for good reason. It's a very interesting and funny chapter. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. I'm probably gonna censor that CG, guys. YouTube has been very... I don't know. I don't even know what the hell made YouTube like age restrict my Princess X video. But I think it's safe to say that anything that's a bit too sexual is gonna be censored, man. But yeah, also for people on Patreon, oh sorry, YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next one.